Oh gosh, we're live. Oh my, I'm so excited today, everybody. So excited. I have been letting you guys all know that Janeel, the Molokai Mystic, was going to be on today. And hi, Janeel, how are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for having me. And hello, aloha, everyone. So nice to
Oh,
finally meet you guys. I'm always just in the comments real quick, and I'm just happy to share space with you all.
I know we have been seeing you when we're doing our shows. I've been really looking forward to this because we always love meeting new people, finding out what their gifts are and what they do and all about them. And because it's so diverse, so many people do different things. But this connection, you just said something about we shine brighter all together,
Yes.
something like that. And I just love that. I'm going to be writing that down. That's fabulous. So I really feel like we're connecting and we're making things opening up. Not only we're helping people and giving them insight, communication, we're also being able to grow businesses and get out there even more. So I thank you so much for being here and taking you away from, I know, the beautiful weather out there. So I always, my sister did live on Maui, and I was like, always like, she got to the point where she wanted snow, but
Oh, there
she did
is.
love it.
You can
Yeah,
find snow in Hawaii.
right.
Whatever you want rain, go to this side of the island. You want snow, go to that island over there. I mean, there's
Right.
diversity of weather patterns in Hawaii. I think there's a little bit of everything for just about anybody here.
Well, we just both got tsunami warnings from that
Yes.
volcano. And
That was fun.
it just makes good for good surfing here in San Diego. Yeah, I know you guys. I know my sister would say the siren went off or something. And I'm like, oh, good. Surf's up in San Diego. Well, let's say hi to a couple people. Hey, everybody. Hi, Donna, Seashells, Nicole. Hi, Presh. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're going to get to know Janelle right now a little bit, and we want to do some readings for you guys. So we're all excited. I know this isn't a day that we usually go live. So I'm excited that I've seen people coming in and all of that. So, Janelle,
Yes.
we all have our stories. We connected a little bit before this when we talked about not past life, near death experiences, because really that's when it all hit for me. And you happened to share with me that you did that also. Can you tell us a little bit about how this intuition happened and grew, and maybe what are your gifts?
Well, I've got a little bit of everything, not enough of anything, which is actually a good thing because it keeps you hungry for more. So, for me, yes, I did have a near death experience, and like you, I did have my gifts prior to that, but they kind of explode once you experience a near death, experience a new death experience. I personally like to call it a near life experience because that is when you get to taste the true fullness of the divine life, of the divine being that you truly are. It's through that experience. And I think that's why it explodes so much in opening your gifts, is because you get a taste of the infinite more, you know.
Yes,
And for me, I'm sorry, I talk with my hands, but
that's okay.
for me, I realized that I could pick up the energy of images when I was two, um, and feel those images. And this is why I'm drawn to oracle cards and the images, um, and my first experience with spirit was with my dog, which he came to me after. I had the precognition, that knowing that he was going to die in advance, and I was like 5 years old, and I'm like crying to my mom, oh, you don't want my dog to die. And she's like, there's nothing wrong with him. I'm like, no, he's gonna die. And then he dies, um, and then his spirit came back to me, and it's just reassurance and validation. of not only that I knew I was different in that knowing sense, but also validation for what I was feeling in images, because the images that I was connecting to were in this really big Bible. I didn't know it was a Bible, I just knew I was drawn to the energy of the images. And my sidekick has always been that guy over there above me. He's like my main guide, and this is why I go with Mystic. And I have a lot of guides at this point now. I think I've got like, oh God, my room is full. Okay, just just put it that way. Anything from light beings to archangels to ascended masters. I don't just work with Jesus. There's Kuan Yin and there's some light councils that come on. I did notice that you did mention about star seeds coming up and discussing those items. I do cosmic activations where I work with light language and light codes. Uh, gosh, let's see, energy work. I started energy work before I knew what energy work was. That was accidentally on purpose. I called it in and didn't realize it, and that was at the age of 4. So
you were so young. I'm like I don't know. I was eating dirt at those ages. I don't know. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So there was all of that, and then at 11 is when I had the near death experience, and then that everybody said, I didn't know that people didn't always experience near death experiences. I thought this is what happens when people go to the hospital and they're able to come home. This is just something that everybody that goes to the emergency room experiences. I didn't realize that it was not normal,
Right. And there's such a variety, because we tend, since we experienced it, we tend to meet people, and the stories that they tell are so diverse.
Yes.
I have a friend who saw a big fiery sword go, and all kinds of stuff. And, I didn't do the tunnel thing or anything like that. And mine was just nothing. Like, it was nothing. I came back, and then I'm convalescing when the voice comes, and I'm like, hello, where'd that come from? Who are you? Am I okay? But that's the amazing thing. I think that we kind of just got, once we kind of cross over and get really close to that veil or into that veil, we are absorbing. And I think that we come back and we have this stuff that continues. Did that happen with you? Because not only did I come back with some stuff, every once in a while, something new came in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like you go over and you buy a bigger sponge, because now you're absorbing, downloading, and every once in a while you squeeze it out, share it with everybody, and then some more stuff comes in. It's an ongoing thing, and it really goes back to the infinite more. There is always more, and that's why I say I'm a little bit of everything, not enough of anything, because that means I'm hungry for more. I'm ready to receive.
Oh, I do. Like the other day I said, okay, I'm open up for the next stuff to come in, because it's such a blessing. Pardon me. So exciting when a new thing comes in. I remember, like, I was like, well, everybody can kind of see dead people. I kind of want to see dead people, I want to experience that. And then I just sat down, opened up to it, kind of looked at the wall, and I'm like, hello. And I'm like, this is so cool. And but it does keep coming, and then we can talk about it. And I love networking with people that have the same things and stories coming in, because it's so important to me. It comes down to this great communication with the other side, so that we can use that to help others. So important.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Nicole, for sharing. I just share the show, and
thank you,
I'm
Nick.
so glad.
That
It's
is my
kind of a
pick right there. Is Nick?
hi, Nick.
Yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Yeah.
I did go see your little silly show.
Silly Rainbow.
Did Nick have wings? Is that
Yes.
what it was?
Yes.
Okay. Because I just went, oh my gosh, this is like so neat and so wonderful. And you guys had a long show. I've got to say that. So I kind of went through a little bit. But I'm like, can I sustain that long? That was amazing. Like you're pulling energy in and so into this divine that and helping people. It was just really such great energy. I'm all about being silly. If I could put a little plug in, this Saturday we're having Psychicfixes haunted room. 10 people get to be in. We only have two seats left, and we're just like, they can just put their hair down, have a little libation. They can wear their pajamas. We're not streaming, but we're going to tell our ghost stories because we have good ones. We always do. Part of, I think, is when we get into the mystic stuff, the paranormal, the psychic stuff, it's natural that we're going to be seeing spirits. And so we do have our experiences with them. And so in my house, they tend to knock, they tend to move stuff, things fly, things like that. I'm always excited. I think some people would be pulling their hair out and running. But I always have fun.
I had this one experience. My sister, at the time, she would always do these little seances, when she was a teenager, and she'd pull me in because she knew that stuff would happen, and so she pulled me in. She had invited all of her friends, and I kept telling her, no, this is not a good time. I'm not feeling it. This is not a good time and all her friends are looking. And I had a spirit friend. He was 18-year-old, Native American Indian. I don't know what tribe he was at. I was young. I didn't think to ask. But his name was Cartaway. And so he decided he was going to have fun with my sister's friends. So what happened was we were all sitting around the table in the kitchen, right? They're all trying to be all serious. And I'm like, Cartaway, behave. Cartaway, behave. And what he does is he flies open all the cabinets in the kitchen. And the dishes go flying everywhere. My sister and her friends run out of the house, and I'm sitting at the table going, now who's going to clean this mess up? Right. You took it out, you put it back. But of course, I ended up having to clean it up. But, if you go looking for something spooky, hey, they'll, it's not like they're doing it mean. It's just, it's what your intentions are, what your energy is. He was just having fun. It wasn't
well,
like,
at 18, I can do this. I had a girlfriend who cupboards would fly open, but it was the glasses, and the glasses would shatter and they would hit. And I was like, whatever's there, you don't want that there. This is not a good one. So we do have to be careful of what we let in, for sure.
Yeah. But my sister asked me for another seance. So.
Oh, seances are fun. And I used to live stream them. And we'd have a room full of people, and we only have 2 guests. And the rest were all mediums and everybody, because I always had up to 5 mediums read one person, because you're getting different information. I had this one person. She was so great. She'll give you like one word though. Okay. And then I would, do my thing, and then the people would get little bits. So it makes the whole picture, because it's very hard for someone. And if they think they can do it all, then that's feeding their ego, because it's very hard for somebody to get all the information, because we get bits and pieces, or we get I get the photographs and the movies and floating numbers and stuff like that. We all get something different. So we all have to know that, I think. And it's so neat when we had a lot of people together because we get names and we get different things like that. But yes, it would be amazing, sometimes awkward what would come out, you know. But I remember that once. I'll tell that story some other time. But but so exciting to if one thing, it does show people that this stuff is real. You know, you get I went to my first seance, Harmony Grove, you guys, in San Diego, up in by Escondido, California. I went in, and because I grew up with the family running the restaurant in a spiritualist camp. So I went in with my boyfriend who didn't believe in anything. And then what we went through was insane. And there was this little lady in her 80s, a Caucasian lady, and out of her came a booming, what we would perceive as a Native American voice, you know, and we're like, what? What? So it does get you to start thinking about what's going on and what's out there. But yeah, I mean, sometimes they can bring you some really huge things and sometimes subtle things, but it's just I can't wait for Saturday because you know, getting everybody's ghost stories is going to be a lot of fun. And but I love your show that you do, and we want to make sure that everybody's going to your page and liking and following and all of that. So you guys, in the description, and I have it also in events, and we'll be putting it up all the time, is where you can go to Janeel and see her funny show. And I am hoping so much that she might consider doing something on Psychicfixes, of being a, you know, guest or a regular guest, or doing a show, or you and Nick doing a show or something like that.
You know, I do love having Nick with me. We feed off of each other's energy. We keep each other in the flow, you know. And she's gonna hit me later, but she she really does help support me, because like if I'm bringing in the divine and what is needed, right, I'm asking for all that is needed to come through, and sometimes that includes channeling. And I find for me that after a message has been channeled through me, and I don't remember the message,
I was just going to ask you that because it goes right out.
Yeah. I don't know what I've said, but I know I've channeled something, and then I need to regain my bearings. And so I throw it over to Nick.
Yeah, fills in. Yeah.
Yeah, she can keep the show going with her love and light and her, you know, angel wings. But yeah, because I noticed as of late, more and more they're just coming through, and
yeah,
I'm not quite expecting, and then I have to kind of regain my grounding and release, you know. But so she's very good at what she does, and we're at the same vibration. So
I love it. I work really well with CARLA, and she is a medium. She's Native American, and she has her guide. She just switched guides, which is funny. She goes like, Nana is going away, and here is somebody else. And so, you know, that was a kind of a neat experience that we went through together. But yeah, you get on that same thing. So we say something, and then she takes over. But going back to channeling, I'll do the readings, my readings, and I tell people in 24 hours or even less is completely gone. You're a new person to me. I'm sorry, you know. But I used to type the readings. And after I typed the readings, I would look at it and say, who wrote this? Seriously, I wouldn't say something like that. And so it was interesting that I could do that. And then I jumped over to just doing audio. But the thing that I notice with family or friends, Janelle, is that I'll be talking and like I was talking to my husband, and out of the blue, I go, we haven't talked to one of my oldest son about what to do in an earthquake. Okay. That was random. Next day we had the earthquake, and I go, oh my gosh. And so I said, well, I need more time. You guys hit me in more time. But yeah, you randomly talking to someone, I probably happens to you, and then out comes something they need to know, or you just go, and now you have to like consciously know that what you said is a message, because I would say it and go, oh, whatever, and do something else. And then I started going, wait a minute, I just said that to somebody. So does that happen to you where you have to go, oh, this is channeling?
Usually if I know that I'm going to be having a conversation with someone, I prep myself, and I am open, and I ask that my words be guided. And so I kind of know in advance for those type of situations. But when you are open to receive messages and you're just having a regular conversation, sometimes that conversation gets a little deep, and then you're going, okay, they're really in an emotional state. What just happened? It's like they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I really needed to hear that. And I'm going,
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Because you don't really need to analyze it yourself. You just need to trust it and let it.
The other thing, I'm sorry, the other thing that I see that happens is that I get connected with people, and then I'm like, they'll tell me something. They go, okay, let me tell you, this happened to me, and this is what you do, or this is what I get out of it. But it's so weird, because I feel like we are actually physically going, okay, now you need to talk to this person because you have something to give, something to say, or an experience. And sometimes I go, I think I've had plenty of experiences now. But do you see that you're driven to other people?
That should definitely be a warning for people that are looking into getting more connected into their intuition and their spirituality, is tap in. You will be busy, okay? Because you will be busy. Once you tap in and you are open to receive what is divine for your highest good and the highest good of others, others will present, you know? You are meant to not only ignite that light within yourself, but to shine it for others, and they will be drawn to you. They will come.
Oh yeah.
They will share their story, and I'm seeing little sparkles. Thank you very much. Just validation.
Isn't that nice? I get the orbs all the time, and it's amazing when they just go hello, like you're on the right path or whatever.
Yeah, just validation, and that's part of it as well. Is when we allow ourselves to be open to these little signs, and we're not just overlooking it.
Right. I want to ask you, because I tend to joke a lot with my guides. Like
Yes.
if when I was young, one of the careers I could have done, I wanted to be a doctor, a physician, but I totally knew I could have been a comedian. And I go, so I'm cracking jokes to them all the time. What is your take on? Are they funny, or do do they appreciate that?
They are hilarious. And joy is the highest vibration of love, and we just, okay, let's just say, some people are going to say I'm being sacrilegious. But, this guy over my shoulder over here, Jesus, I don't call him Jesus. That's just a name humans have given him. My personal name for him is Dude. Yo, dude, no way. Every time I get, you have to do this. This is your next mission, and I'm like, yo, dude, nah, you go talk to somebody else about that one. I mean, I
love it.
I was just asked this question, on a percentage. What percentage do you listen to your intuition? And I said, 95%, but the other 5%, I'm like totally arguing. I'm totally arguing with my, it's just, this is my relationship with my guides. They come in with some freaking ridiculous stuff, and I'm like, yeah, right, really? Huh? No, and of course they always win in the long run. But I have free will, I
Yes, we do.
free will. So they have to wait until I am ready to do, this next step. And but they push hard. They push hard. But
Oh, yeah.
they know they're gonna win in the long run. I just, need time to take that leap. And they're chasing me with their big old 4-wheel drive truck. Hello, Katie. How are you?
The dude upstairs.
Yes, yes.
I know. And sometimes, I try to use the intuition all the time. Sometimes you forget a little bit what's going on. And a lot of times it's like pulling and dragging, and I go, and then later I go, yeah, I should have just done that, or I should have just relied on that. And, but I think now, in all the time that I've done this, I teach my students, please go out on a limb.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go forward and get validation. I call it, Janelle, I've got like a cookie jar and it's invisible. It's full of psychic cookies, no calories, no fat, nothing. And I said, every time you're right, you reach in and get that cookie and eat it. And it's the best cookie ever. And this is what gives you that confidence to go out on a limb, because I will sit there and I will just go, are you kidding me? You want me to say that? And I go, okay. And you deliver it, and they're like, yes, yes, yes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I didn't have any psychic abilities, it would be crazy things, But it is so wonderful to get that validation, and sometimes, and to stay as much as we can into that flow of intuition. And but when we veer a little bit, we're like,
Well,
I was, I could have done that.
because I've been connected for so long, and I've built this relationship and this give and take. It's kind of like, he knows when I say, "Dude, no way," he knows he's gonna have to give me some more. He's gonna have to give me some more clarity on it. He's gonna have to show me that yes, this is important. It's not, and inside your heart, that anything you receive is that important. You know, but he knows that he's gonna give me a little more taste of it, and it's like, allow me the validation that what I'm receiving, regardless of how long I've been receiving messages, allow me the validation, to know that it's not my ego. This is something of the divine light. It is meant to proceed. It is divinely orchestrated. And sometimes I get a little stubborn, and he has to show me the whole picture, whereas for the most part, I'd say the other 95%, I just can walk through it. But some of the stuff is like really asks a lot. And you're like, you sure you got the right person here? I don't know about that. And it is when we are nervous to step into something that is the urgency, the call, the importance. That is saying move forward, grow, expand. Yeah. So if you can turn that fear into excitement, exhilaration, it helps that momentum and things to manifest more.
I want to ask you, so people do different kind of things. Do you connect to someone's loved one? Do they come and you talk to them, or how does that work?
I do not call people in per se. I'm open to whoever presents, that is of the divine love and light and for the highest good for others. Hello, Corinne. How you doing? She's such a sweetie. Do you ask for clear signs for validation? Yes, I do. And it's just like when someone is wanting to get to know their own spirit guides or their guardian angels. Ask, ask, and if you the first name you hear, the first energy you feel, acknowledge that, say thank you, and then ask for validation. We are of human being as well, and so our mind hungers for that. Am I crazy or is this real? Well, they'll gladly oblige and they will give you validation. And then watch for the signs. You'll see the name on a license plate. You'll hear it on a song, etc., etc. But they will honor your request for validation.
Absolutely. I do once in a while hear people say, oh, you can't get signs. And I'm saying, oh, wait a minute. And I get them all the time. And my short story of being, going to be lost on the road and no map, I called out and I didn't have any problem. I said, Spirit guides bring me the navigator, that GPS navigator on the other side. And I said, and I just called out and I said, literally, you give me signs to get me out of here. I need to get to Black Mountain Road. And so I turned into the unknown and drove. And the first 4 stops were Duncan Road. So I kept driving for 4-way stop. The sign, the street sign said Libra. Keep going. I drove a while, got to a 4-way stop, and it was Capricorn. And I said, Debbie, get the heck off that road. Your last 2 X's were Capricorns. I turned right and it dead into Black Mountain Road. Literally got the signs. And I tell people, don't discount that you're driving and your answer's on that billboard. Come on. It's literally, yes. And validation is always good. We need it. We need it to keep that base going of we're validated. We know what we're doing. We're on the right track. So to me, that's that psychic cookie jar. I've eaten a lot of those psychic cookies and it just helps.
And especially like even just doing live streams and pulling cards for people, it's really appreciated when people give us the feedback, because not only is it validation for others to see and share in this, but it is also validation for us knowing that we are tapped into the right person in that comments. Because there's so many people that come in the comments, and they're all seeking guidance. When we tap in, we want to make sure and be validated that we are connected to that person.
And that's to me the most important thing, so that they also know that, okay, I can accept what this message is or this guidance because I got the validation. I know what they're, this is the path. So seashells, you see the numbers. I see the numbers all the time. I see 909 forever. And finally somebody said, look it up. Well, there's a million different kinds of people's opinion, and they've written their little books and everything. So what I did is I said, guide me to the right number book so I can get the right message. What is 909? Because one thing that I've struggled is, which thing do I do on my career path? Because I thank you God, I'm blessed. I've got all these readings, and that I thought was my path. And I started this other stuff. Hollywood came. I was going to do a television series. I mean, all this stuff. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And so, the thing is, I put that intention, find me the book, got the book, opened up 909. I've got it right here, Janelle. I kid you not. 909. And I keep it there. Put your entire focus on serving God's loving will through your career. Pray for and follow guidance about your career path. So there's my validation That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So seeing these numbers, what is your take when people say I saw 1010 or whatever, when they see a certain number? What do you feel like that's all about?
Well, obviously they are receiving messages, and especially if it is a persistent, message that's coming up. And first thing I do is when I see 111 or etc., the first thing I do is say thank you. I just say thank you. And then I tap in. If there is a message for me, please make it more clear. Grant me the clarity to understand what it is. Are you just acknowledging your presence with me? I appreciate that. Is there something deeper that I need to examine? What is tapping on my shoulder at this moment? And then tap into your body and see how you're feeling. What is your physical response to this?
You got that.
Is this something heavy? Is this saying we are supporting you in releasing something and bringing in that love and light? Or is this a call for an action? So it really, for me, it depends on, after you acknowledge their presence and thank them for this message, what are you feeling? What are you being drawn to? Because I can give you all the advice, but you only should take what resonates with you. So
I love that.
Self.
I don't know about you, but my psychic alarm is what I call it, is in my abdomen. Mm-hmm. And when you know how I tell everybody, like when you meet somebody, you go, oh, I don't know if I like that vibe. This vibes. And when some danger comes, it goes off and I'm like, immediately, what's going on? It has really, really done great things for me. And I tell everybody, you need to be in sync with what your body's doing. But I get it. I get it in my abdomen. Do you feel like it's like can be an all over vibe, or?
It depends on what it is. And that's how I can trigger. I mean, that's how I can tune in. If it is a positive yes, I will feel my heart going yes, pulling myself forward. If it is something that's going to be heavy and it's not for me, but I'm meant to be aware of it. Hello, Brandy. Thank you.
I feel like she's a Power Ranger or something.
She is awesome sauce right there. She is so cool, and she has a lot going on with her as well. And if it's on my shoulders, I might. So it's in different areas for different responses. So if I feel it on my shoulders and my back, and then I know, okay, this is something I need to be aware of, but it's not mine to shoulder. Okay. And
I love that. Mine, when I get pushed, I know that an entity has come in, because I've always heard that you're right here is the mouth of your soul, and that you get a lot of communication in that way.
Here, yes.
Yeah.
And I will get,
yeah, it'll like come in, it comes in this way, but when they push in, I'll say thank you for being here and helping me to do my work. And it's amazing how we have to be in sync, or try to be, with our own physical bodies. I always tell everybody goes, oh, you do this and this, and this is always going to be taken care of. And I said, you got to remember, we're biological creatures. We are experiencing a biological, we will, can get hurt. We can this, that, and the other. And so keep in sync, and know that we have to take care of ourselves very much. That's a struggle. Isn't that a struggle?
It is taking care of ourselves. It's a challenge, especially for empaths that want to make somebody else feel better so that better. Hello, Anita. Thanks for joining. Aloha.
Look at all these wonderful people that are here for you. It's amazing. I think that empath, I always say I'm not one. I'm glad I'm not one, for me personally. I have a lot going on otherwise, with stuff. But when I see that people struggle, and I wish to goodness I had a show that was for empaths to watch. like a weekly thing, because I go, what you guys do, you have to be careful about having stuff come in. That's like a sponge, and you get the feelings and all of that. So many people come, Janelle, and they're asking me, like, how do I get that off? How do I deflect it? How do I do all that? And I have a couple of people that are good at that, but most of them they struggle with that.
The first thing for me, and I can only speak from my own experience, is before I get out of bed, I'm already maintaining my energy. I'm already calling in the divine, appreciating. Hey, Kate, and write a book. I know she's talking about that. Okay, so I maintain my own energy, make my connection. That's the very first thing I do before I even open my eyes. As soon as I realize that I'm waking up, I'm calling in this maintenance. And I call it maintenance because I don't want to say protection, because when I say protection, and that implies that there is something negative out there. And all energies have purpose. So I'm only allowing what serves the highest good to affect my energy. And yes, as empaths, we're usually healers. So we need to be able to tap into those energies and those feelings of other people's emotions, thoughts, physical pains, etc., etc. But we don't keep it. So we need to be in a place of observing and not absorbing. In other words, feeling this, acknowledging it, knowing what center needs to be shifted or moved so that we can assist them energetically with love and light. But we know that it's not ours. Being aware of your own energy is very, very key. What does your energy feel like? Get to know yours. What are you like in a state of calm? Are you serene? Are you happy? Are you joyful? Are you heavy? Are you strong? What is your personal energy? And once you get to know your own energy, then you can identify when others step in. See, and then
We need a million more shows, because I'm like going, well, wait a minute. When we feel down and all of that, how do we get our energy back up? I mean, I'm like, we could get we could have that let's get Nick. We got a 3-hour show going,
It's
I love it.
Choice. It's all a choice. It's all getting to know yours so you can identify others. And it's choosing what you want to do with the energy that presents to you. Are you going to keep it? Are you going to release it? Are you going to act on it? Are you going to heal it? Are you going to call in assistance for it?
Yeah. Yes.
It's all choices. And you do it in higher vibration.
I agree with that, because, daily we walk the walk. We're doing whatever, and as the position that we are, I found missing people, and I do healing work and all that. There's a constant coming in and requests, and people wanting readings, or your friend needs you, and all of that. In this day and time with the pandemic and everything, it's very hard to go, where am I spending my energy? And I need to replenish. We need to take, again, I think it goes back to kind of taking care of ourselves, to have that energy at the ready to do what we need to do. And I just absolutely, the best times of my life, maybe the worst things were going on around me, but the most wonderful times in my life was when I walked with Jesus, when I had God, when I had my guides, and I could stay right in that perfect, wonderful flow, and no matter what was going on. And so I feel like this is, for me, what I want to strive is to stay in that zone of having that support, because they're so supportive of us and so healing. Oh my goodness, you can reach out anytime and get that angel, get that person on the other side that can give this wonderful replenishment and healing, and physical healing, mental healing, whatever we need. And you do say that you do healing as well?
Yes.
Isn't it? It's like the most wonderful thing. I woke up this morning and said, I'm so excited. And I always kind of do my priorities. What would be the most wonderful thing that I could do? And that is to go and heal. And, thank you, God. Let's do miracles, because they happen all the time.
Yes.
And I love it. Can we go ahead and do some readings for some people right now? I would love to do some readings for new people that come in. I see a Kate Williams, and I'm going to bring her up. So I use the tarot and my abilities and my guides and everything, but I do need to connect to your energy, Kate. So I'm going to do that. I can do various things. I can look at certain months. I can look at any time period. I've been filmed by universities and everything to put in time capsules of what's going to happen in the future. I mean, these crazy things that come out, I'm just like so excited to do. So, but for these shows, I do up to 3 months. If anybody needs, we have to do it a little faster. So, Kate, I'm going to go ahead and just throw some cards out for you. And if you want to do anything, Janeel, any insightful comments or oracle cards or whatever, you are welcome.
Well, thank you. I do have my oracle card decks available, and I don't do tarot because, like I said, I respect the rules that people have studied and implement, and I'm just not a rule follower. I'm one of my nicknames is troublemaker, so I can't be in a box. I don't do well.
And you know what? Not every divination tool works for everybody.
Right.
You have to find what resonates with you, what works, and you get your psychic cookie. You get validation. There you go. Yeah. That's what you should be doing. And many different things. I don't do pendulum. I just sit there and go, is that a yes? Is that a no? What the heck are we doing? So,
I do have my pendulum, but then my pendulum is very unique because my pendulum consists of all of my support. I don't have a crystal on my pendulum like most people. It's very personalized to me. And I trust it immensely.
Oh, great. See, and you worked with it. I just haven't. It's like one of those things. Well, okay, you go over there. I don't know where mine is. It's somewhere. Kate, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. You know what? There's a card that comes first, and it's a very stuck card. Sometimes it's like I don't know what to do, or I don't have any control over anything. You need to break those, binds. We all need to have our goals, figure them out. We need to be moving forward all the time. As long as you are working on those goals, you physically, mentally, metaphysically are moving forward, and we don't ever want to be stuck. I never want to see anybody with this card. So this is what I want you to do. We need to change that up. Temporary energy over you might be thinking about some money coming, and I get to wait for it. Maybe in the future, but I get to wait for as much money as you need or something like that. I do have some fears coming in the future, but I have some really good cards for you as well. Past position shows me that we let go of something that we didn't need. We're done. We're over. We cut ties. We're done with that. And this is a good thing. I get you thinking about your future. Coming home to success card is here, which sometimes mean entrepreneurship and doing a business and all this great stuff. This is very successful. I get a reason to celebrate. So party time. I do feel like there's going to be something that we're going to celebrate. You also have the justice card. Sometimes it's a legal card, but to me, it's like, hey, listen to that. Look. The right decision's made. Absolutely. The right decision's made. Let me tell you, I get a partnership here, good one. I get harmony and partnership, getting really well working or whatever it is, harmony and partnership with someone, which is going to lead you to everything you want. Everything, the money, the everything. I get really good stuff for you. You got the jackpot card. So very, very good. I want you to watch ahead though. We need to make sure that we aren't fearful, that we are strong, and that we go forward being strong and having that strength. Okay, face your fears. When you have God and you have Jesus and you have angels and all these great people that Janeel and I have, you don't have to fear anything. Okay, so that's what I have for you.
That's great. And I was just looking at the picture, her profile picture. And like I said, I tap into the energy of images. And I love this picture for you, Kate. And what I'm really seeing in this is validation for what the reading you just received, and allowing yourself to go into that love and that light and embrace that fullness of releasing what doesn't serve you, and allowing it to be transformed into the abundance that you are deserving of. So, very strong profile picture validation for the reading you just received. I really love what I'm feeling for you in the upcoming months.
So, Kate, you will have a business. When I get that, it says home-based business. You start there. It's very good. Implementing it, very successful. Okay, so that is coming up for you. All right. And if you see anybody that you want me to do a reading for, just let me know, Janeel.
You know what I would love is the people that have jumped over onto this page for the first time to support me. What I would love is if you guys can drop a heart and let Debbie know who you are, so that you can experience Debbie, because you know me so well. And then we can flip it, and the ones that you know can be introduced to my readings.
Oh, is it Delancia?
Delancia.
Something like that? Okay. I'd love to do a reading. Okay. You're welcome, Kate. I love looking at everybody. Sometimes I can't see their profile pics, their little pics, but I love looking at it. The other day I looked at somebody and I go, "Oh, Mary Poppins." And I'm like, and I go, "I get Julie Andrews." And her name was Julie. But she's young. And I look and I go, "I get Julie Andrews," because they showed me a picture. They showed me a picture of something, and then it morphs into them. And I go, "But I see Mary Poppins." And she goes, "I'm named after Julie Andrews." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. We got it." Okay. I'm going to connect to your energy. Okay. I have your energy in the cards. All right, I'm going to flip the cards over. Oh, we're started on a new path. That's what I get that you want to do. Don't we all? Like every morning. I want a new path, please. Oh, gosh. So we're talking to a psychic. I'm talking to a strong psychic right now. My goodness. Okay. First card that comes down is the Fool card. I hate the name of it. Okay. But it just means I want a new path. I'm so ready to go. Get my stuff. I'm going to go down this path. You always have to make sure that you let your intuition guide you. Okay. This is the important thing. Go on that new path, but let your guides, let your body tell you what to do. I do want to tell you right now, there's a little bit of energy crossing over you, a struggle, maybe confusion and struggle. It's temporary energy, but let's get positive vibes going. Let's wipe that out. I do have in the future some love happening, making some choices in love and romance. So this is what I'm getting for the future. Past position shows me that you might have gotten an opportunity or an offer. Like, do you want to do this? Crisscross applesauce. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I should. Well, that's a no. Okay. I want to tell you also, there may also, I get this card of kind of fears. So be strong. Let's be that strong persons that were meant to be. I want to tell you, I get a family reunion. Sometimes I use this as a wedding. I feel like there's some kind of relationship or family celebration coming up. It's very good. This is my rainbow card, and everything's just lovely. I love that. I do want to tell you, I get strong psychic. I get strong psychic. The High Priestess card with the psychic ability card. We got two. We got two going here. Two. So honor that you have this ability, this intuition that will grow, and what's going on. Be okay with the paranormal stuff or the communication at night. Pay attention to your dreams. Okay. You're communicating right now with the other side. If not right now, it's coming up. This is a big thing. So you have, if anybody does a reading for me, the tarot reading, this card better come up. Otherwise, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So I get you as being a very strong psychic. Now let's talk about the Ace of Cups, the love card. Open heart, blessings, and joy. Oh my gosh. When we open up our heart and we receive. And I love this. If it's applicable to you, we have fertility on this card as well. Okay. I want to tell you, ultimate outcome card, I feel like, I'm just going to say this, then we're done. I feel like we're carrying a secret. Okay. We're carrying the secret. It's okay. It's all right. But I do have that. And so since it comes last, that's probably going to go for a while. So here we have love coming, opening our heart to love, celebrations. Do know that when I get these two cards together about psychic ability, take that seriously. It is such a gift. And that's what I have for you.
And the first thing I picked up was overthinking, and dancing in the energy of the monkey mind and trying to control what's happening in your journey. What I'm receiving on this is just for you to take a moment to step into your abilities, into that trust zone, and bring your energy home. Bring it. You're expending it here and here and here and here simply by having this monkey mind going on. And when we do that, we're saying, I don't trust the divine orchestration of what's going on. And because you are tapped in, this trust is very important to you. So allow yourself to bring your energy back home and dwell in that serene space of trust, and everything will be revealed to you, and you'll know the steps that you're meant to take. So allow yourself some time to rejuvenate within. Bring yourself back home to the heart space.
I'm going to ask a favor, Janelle. This is someone I've done recent readings for, and I really feel a calling for maybe you could have a few words for her. Maybe you could tap into her. Hi, Gabrielle.
Yeah, I'm feeling some heart racing here. I'm feeling some struggles. I'm feeling that there are situations on the outside that you would rather control in a different way. There is some vibrations coming in right at my face. So there is some energy that is in your face that you need to back away from, step away from, and step into your own truth and your own light. Open up your throat chakra, speak your truth. You are connected. You do have that divine connection. Allow yourself to trust that intuition. But I'm feeling the need to ground, stay very grounded. Understand that when we're staying grounded, we're not disconnecting from the divine. On the contrary, we're rooting ourselves into this divine energy. Because when we allow ourselves to totally let that core tap into the divine light of the Gaia, that Gaia light expands outward into the universe. All of this is universally connected as one. You bring that up to the divine. That divine showers you with this love and light and healing water that just sprinkles around you and heals your environment, your energy, and your heart. I feel like there is health issues, so we'll just align. I really would like you to expand this heart, this between your heart chakra and your throat chakra. In other words, you're not stepping into your own power, your own empowerment, your light, your truth. Your eyes and your heart, you're very aware of your current situation around you. You know what no longer serves you, and it is stepping into this truth of your divine and trusting the guidance that you're receiving. You will be shown this right path. There's some decisions that need to be made in your life right now, and what I would like for you to do is to imagine yourself standing at the fork in the road and step in with pride, with that sense of I am a divine being worthy of unconditional love, strength, and blessings. And then look at your two paths. What if I take this path? How am I feeling towards this path? Am I being called to this path? Or is there a better other way? Understand there is no wrong path. It is the journey and the lessons and the light that you want to receive in this moment for your highest good. So understand, we all have our decisions. We have free will. It's what is for our highest good. When you feel that, you can make these choices. So bring yourself home, bring your energy home. Dismiss what's going on around you. And bring yourself to those paths. Which one is right for you in this moment? So I hope that resonates for you.
Thank you. I think that does. So I'm looking for a heart. What about, is there a Rachel has a heart on hers? Is that someone you know?
Wait, Rachel is the Tree of Life heirloom jewelry maker. She makes
we were just talking about you.
Tree of Life. Each piece is intuitively designed for the person that will be receiving this. She has like a session with the person that she picks up on their energy, what they need, what their guidance, and on the back of these pendants is a porthole that rests on your heart chakra. I mean, these things are amazing. Rachel, we're gonna talk, girl. So yes.
Right. Because I was just saying, you know, I do commercials for businesses, spiritual, metaphysical businesses on Etsy or anywhere, anything that, you know, aligns with Psychicfixes stuff. I love to do that. We need to lift up these businesses to succeed. So I throw that out there, Rachel. Contact me, private message me on Facebook, and we'll get that going and get that out there. I have a post reach. I have, you know, different ways where I can get thousands of people. So
we shine brighter together. And
that's it. I gotta put that on a pen, print it out. And I'm gonna put that up. I love that. Well, I'd love to do a reading for you, Rachel. So I'm gonna connect to your energy. I love that. Intuitively, divinely made. It's just absolutely great. When we have meaningful things, you know, it's fun to have, you know, I have my tiara, that stuff around, but to have these meaningful things that we have is a reminder and the power. We have, people don't really grasp energy and what it can do. It's just so fabulous. There's another show for us, I tell you. Okay, let me connect your energy. Okay. right. You got an inside joke.
I'm just laughing because I know Rachel. This is gonna be a good one.
She's so skilled.
Yes, she is.
Multi-skilled.
Yes.
She gets to have my capable sticker. So Rachel, capable, you get your sticker right there because I'm not worried about you. You can do anything you want.
Yes.
Okay, let me get these down. Wow, you do get a message. You get my message card. Not everybody gets that card. I'm going to take 3 more cards here. I do feel like you are communicating with the other side. So do know at night, it's really, I feel, a best time for you. So you're like, Debbie, give me good news. I'm ready for good news. I love it. Again, I feel like you're waiting for the money or to make a certain amount of money. There's a wait for this. So I do see an investment coming, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. I do feel like you're still considering your future and all of that. You're going to be doing that in the future. Yeah, I'm going to still look ahead. I get in the past position a little bit of too much worry. Bring it down. It doesn't have to be that much. Just bring it down. So multi-skilled, not worried about anything at all. I do feel like you're going to have some kind of surprise come. Like, oh, I didn't see that coming. I don't get anything bad around it. I just like, well, we're out of the blue. That's out of the blue. Now let's talk about ideas. I think that you're going to get an idea. I think it's going to come in really fast. I think you're going to implement it successfully. So just like, here it is. So, the divine is giving that to you and you're like, okay, I'm going to jump on it. I get it being very successful for you. I do get also a loving card of making choices in love and romance. This nice romance card. Now let's talk about the message. The message is this: have a positive attitude. Whatever happens, get that positivity, keep it around, build it up. I really do feel like no matter what happens, have hope and courage. Stay connected to the higher power. Things are going to be great for you in the future, and you should manifest, by the way. But I get greatness coming. You just have to stay in there, but be positive. I got to get all of that around you. We're going to talk about the money right now. So I feel like something's going to come in. You're going to go, I hear hot dog. I don't know what hot dog. This is going to be good. I feel like you're going to know. And so your body's going to tell you, like Janeel says, your body's going to tell you this is really a good thing. Money wise, yes. Put your time, your energy, money into whatever this idea or project is, and it will pay off. Now, it's not going to go like, I did it. Here's a gazillion dollars. It does build up and pay off over time, but it's financial independence for you. So we'll take care of needs and wants and all of that good stuff. So we do have this good money card for you. Now, I see you going on a new path. And I'm going to connect it to the spiritual of getting something new going on this path. Use your intuition. I do feel like you have this communication. If not now, it's going to come up. Please don't fear it. Please embrace it. I'm going to tell you, yes, some cabinets might open. Some stuff might happen. Talk to Janeel about that. But I do feel get this strong communication, this extra new boost of something's going to be coming in. All right. So we embrace it, and Janeel will tell you how to handle it. But I do get that happening for you. So we do have good stuff here. I would manifest for money, a little bit more money, and come in on a regular basis, whatever it needs to do. We always need to build up our businesses and all of that. But something I know you're going to know in your gut, you go, this is a great idea. It is. Okay. So that's what I have for you.
I love that. I love those.
There we go.
I'm just going to give you your validation now. Is it? Rachel, my message is, as always, breathe, sweetheart. Breathe. Okay, just breathe.
We need that, again, to take care of ourselves. We mentally, to breathe means one thing. Let's give ourselves some, space. Let's take some stuff in. Let's do this great stuff. But physically, breath is important. So all of that stuff. We need to find a balance, I think. And that will be another show. But guess what? We are past my show time, and I've got a
See,
full day
I'm
today.
already a bad influence on you. I
Well, the
just
troublemaker part, right?
exactly.
I would, I'm going to be on Friday morning at 10 a.m. and I'll be doing readings there. If I missed you, please come in and put that heart up so that I'll take you or say you're new. And I would love to do readings for everybody. See what I can get done on Friday. So, gosh, you're just a jewel.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You
you
are
so
a
much.
jewel. And this is just scratching the surface. I am so blessed to uh, and again, how we get connected is just like a miracle.
Yeah.
How somebody says something and all of a sudden I see you, and then all of a sudden we connect. So this is going to continue, you guys. We are going to have a relationship. We're going to figure it out. And if you have a metaphysical business, please just get a hold of me at psychicfixes at gmail, or PM me at Psychicfixes on Facebook, and let's get this, get it out, and we will get it out. We will share it to the world, and we'll just uplift everybody, because it's so important. The balance of good and evil. Let's talk about that. The thing is, the more people that we get in the metaphysical and the light workers and the healers and stuff, the better the world's going to be. And so, I mean, I feel like that's my mission, to get everybody known and get everybody up there, and get their message out and bless them in many ways. Janeel,
I
what? Give
absolutely
it to you.
agree. My page on Molokai Mystic. If you do have a heart-based business, I don't care if it is fake nails. Okay, us light workers reading cards, we need our nails to look nice. I mean,
Uh-oh.
if this is a heart-based business, um, feel free to advertise on my page as well. I love promoting our way showers and our light workers and our healers and our animal communication. Whatever your gift, we do shine brighter together. And it is this community of support. No matter where you're at your path, there is someone there that will meet you right where you are and help ignite your light and share it with the world. So if you have a gift, you are being called, and trust me, it will keep calling until you answer. So you might as well answer.
What a wonderful thing to say. That is so. Okay, I love you. I love you. Oh my gosh. I got to meet Nick and everybody else. And we'll talk. We will talk. We're going to figure all of this out. This was the most wonderful thing. Look at all these people that came in, um, and all the discussion, all good, all things that we need to talk about. And I thank you so much. So we'll be talking after the show. Don't click off. And oh my God, Janelle, where'd you go? So, but and I love Brandy says she's your soul sister.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
look at that. Look at
Thank you,
that.
Brandy.
Isn't that nice?
She's such a sweet.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. I got family there. I got
And
family there.
Brandy just won. She just won a $22 off one of my sessions because we have our new show. I'm going to do some shameless plugs real quick.
Please do it. That's what we're here for.
Silly Rainbow Show on Tuesdays. And that is at, let's see, it's 1 p.m. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Times Tuesdays. And don't worry about coming early or being late, because we just go until we've read everyone. So you all get a chance. We're just hanging out. The energy is light and loving. Friday.
I would love to share your show to Psychicfixes.
Oh,
I would
please,
love to.
please, just drop it in, because it's just very lighthearted. It's just like we're all hanging out in the living room, sharing space, and giving each other some guidance. And that's what it's all about, is raising that energy and enjoying your gifts,
Right.
letting it flow and serve its purpose where it's meant to go.
Well, we're going to put all your information. We'll get it all together and we'll post it so that we can get everything. And then I'd love to share the shows, your live shows, so that people can see you and enjoy. We do know that sometimes things happen. Everything goes in sync, and the person that needed it gets there. So we're gonna put all your information out, whatever you want to do, whatever you ever want to advertise. You extended that to me, and I said, how generous is that? You don't even know me. You say you want to advertise, go ahead and put it on my page. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's nice. So we want to do that. We're going to put everything out, and if you have a special, or we'll advertise your readings, your sessions, all of that, we're going to keep doing that, and we'll get that out there. But I do need to go. I thank everybody for coming in. Wasn't this wonderful?
Yes.
And we'll do it again, or wait, and again and again. But we'll have to pull some of your friends in. Okay. So thank you so much for being here.
You.
And I guess I could say aloha again. So you can say that for hello and goodbye, can't you?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
Aloha, everyone.
I'm going to learn. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And let's see. Tomorrow, Kit as Adams will be on in the evening doing readings, and I'll be on Friday morning. And we have two seats left in our haunted room on Saturday, which is going to be, like I'm going to be giving away food, like snacks. So I found out that you can overnight like beef sticks or popcorn to people. So I am going to be giving away some stuff, and we're just going to be talking our ghost stories and doing some readings, and just, we're not going to be live. Nobody has to worry. And I plan on wearing pajamas. So that's Saturday, you guys. So thank you so much, Janeel, the Molokai Mystic, for being here today. And she's going to be all over our page. All right, you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye, everyone.